see the characteristics of good language. Okay. What are the various characteristics? When we say a language is a good language, what are the characteristics? It should be simple, it should be natural, it should be efficient, there should be certain structuredness, it should be compact, it should manage the locality, it should be extensible, it should be suitable to the environment. So these are certain characteristics of good language. We'll see those in detail. Simplicity means programmers are like, for programmers point of view, it is simple and easy to learn, and that language should have a clear, simple and unified set of concepts. You need not to be have a detailed training for it. आपको तुरंत में easily समझ में आए ऐसी वो language होनी चाहिए. However, the power needed for the language should not be sacrificed for simplicity. मतलब simple language होने के चक्कर में वो language की जो beauty है या वो जो strength है उस language का वो collapse नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे for example, basic language is really very simple to write, but it is at the same time very powerful to handle the applications. Next is naturalness. It should be natural for the application area for which it has been designed. It should be problem oriented. It should provide appropriate operators like data structures, control structures, and a natural syntax in order to facilitate the user to code their problem easily and efficiently. For example, suppose if I wish to write addition, so for in the language itself, plus should indicate appropriate addition. Okay, so that is the naturalness. Or if I write square root, so sqrt function should be there and it should work accordingly how a square root is working out. So that is the naturalness of that particular language. Next is efficiency. A programming language should be such that the programs are efficient enough to be converted into machine code. Like what is mentioned in the what we can say source code, or what is expected in the source code is should be efficiently being converted into the target code. That should be there. So that language should have that efficiency. कि plus का meaning plus ही लिया गया है. That should be considered. Okay. Then next is structuredness. So it should follow a particular structure, a particular set of features to allow the user to write their programs. Okay. And because one person may write and other may maintain the program, so there should, if they both follow the same pattern structure, then only the things are easy for them to manage. Then the language should be compact. Okay, should the operations should be concised enough. Next is locality. A programmer should be permitted to concentrate almost solely on the part of the program. पूरा का पूरा प्रोग्राम एक साथ में नहीं, थोड़ा भी प्रोग्राम के ऊपर मॉड्यूलरिटी भी उसमें होनी चाहिए. एंड लास्ट इज एक्सटेंसिबिलिटी. एक्सटेंसिबिलिटी मीन्स आपको चाहे उतना प्रोग्राम उसको इलेबोरेट कर जाना चाहिए. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज की बात करें तो सी में फंक्शन के अंदर फंक्शन आप जितना चाहे उतना उसको एक्सटेंड कर सकते हो. ओके. Then next last topic is suitability to environment. So suppose that language is designed for real-time application, so it should have the interactivity less in it. Okay, then only it will be suitable. Like for example, the language is designed for data processing jobs like payroll, store, तो उसके लिए batch processing mode बहुत important है. Okay. So I guess you are getting the generations of languages. and the characteristics of good language. Now we will see what are translators. So translators is a computer program that perform the task of converting a source code, that is a program written in higher level language, into or a machine level or a assembly language into a machine language. Now for doing this task we have three. One is compiler, one is assembler, and another one is interpreter. So what is compiler? Compiler is a translator that accepts instructions written in higher level language, compiles each instruction into machine language, that is called as ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोग्राम, और फिर इस ऑब्जेक्ट प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूटेबल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है. सो दिस फेज ऑफ कंपाइलेशन इज नोन एज कंपाइलेशन फेज, जिसमें ऑब्जेक्ट कोड क्रिएट होता है. So all the testing of the source is performed at this stage. और अगर कुछ एरर है, जैसे सिंटेक्स एरर है, कुछ है, तो वो उसी समय पे डिटेक्ट होके फिर ही कंपाइलेशन होता है. ओके, जब तक ये करेक्ट प्रोग्राम नहीं है तब तक के वो एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा. हाँ, उसमें लॉजिकल एरर्स हो सकते हैं बट सिंटैक्टिकल एरर्स नहीं होंगे. ठीक है. सो दीज एरर मैसेजेस आर कॉल्ड कंपाइल टाइम डायग्नोस्टिक एरर मैसेजेस. Okay. So we'll see the translation process of compiler. High level language से compiler लेता है, उस पे work होता है, and that high level language is converted into first the object code, and that object code is converted into machine language code. Next is interpreter. अभी यहाँ पे line wise ट्रांसलेशन होता है. अगर एक लाइन में मिस्टेक है तो वो नेक्स्ट लाइन में आगे जाएगा नहीं. फर्स्ट इट विल आस्क टू करेक्ट द मिस्टेक एट द करंट लाइन, एंड देन द मिस्टेक्स विल बी cleared out, and then it will translate it into machine code and execute it. So it is step by step, one statement at a time. Okay. In compiler you will see the complete source code is being compiled at a time, और पूरे के पूरे errors एक ही time पे throw होते हैं. But in translator you will see it reads one statement at a time, corrects it, get it corrected, and then converts it into machine code, and then goes further, execute it, and then goes further. So यहाँ पे like it does not produce any object program, directly it works on it. Okay, so examples are basic, APL, then prologue, list. Okay, so this is the translation process of an interpreter. इनपुट लैंग्वेज को डायरेक्टली लाइन बाय लाइन मशीन लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज असेंबलर. असेंबलर इज द ट्रांसलेटर दैट कन्वर्ट्स असेंबली लैंग्वेज इनटू मशीन लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम. So now the resulting program can be executed only when the assembly process is completed. It generates diagnostic error messages. So an assembler which runs on a computer for which it produces object code may or may not run on another one. Okay. So अगर वो खुद के लिए तो it is self assembler or resident assembler. So here is the example translation process. Here you see higher level language और machine level language के बीच में assembler रहेगा. Next is